the moment, instead of the logistics happening behind his back. Strip it down, and that's the whole function. Reveille exists, so the Pope never. First, that doesn't seem to add up. Leo was a priest for decades, a bishop, a cardinal, a man who has celebrated more masses than most Catholics will attend in their entire lives. He knows the liturgy the way a conductor knows a symphony he's performed 100 times. So what, exactly, does a man like that still need whispered into his ear? There's no transcript of what Reveille actually says in any given moment, and nobody should pretend to know it word for word. Those seconds are quiet on purpose, but the shape of it isn't a mystery. His job requires communicating a very specific kind of information. Which part of the rite comes next, where the Pope needs to stand or move, when to sit, when to rise, which book is about to be placed in his hands, who's approaching, from which side, whether something has gone off script, and what to do about it. The Pope understands the Mass. That was never in question. What no human being can hold in his head, no matter how many times he's celebrated it, is every variable of this specific ceremony, this crowd, this camera plan, this local custom, the 15-minute delay because a bus got stuck outside the walls. Reveille carries that, not the meaning of the rite, the machinery around it, which frees Leo to actually be present, to the prayer, to the people 3 feet in front of him, to the meaning of the moment, instead of the logistics happening behind his back. Strip it down, and that's the whole function. Reveille exists, so the Pope never has to think about anything except the thing he's actually there to do. And that 2-second whisper you saw on camera is the last step of something that started weeks earlier, sometimes months. Long before the Pope walks anywhere, someone in Reveille's office has already chosen which version of the rite gets used, which prayers and readings go in, where every bishop, cardinal, and guest of honor is supposed to stand, how the procession enters and leaves, which vestments come out of storage, when the choir starts singing. Someone has already worked through what happens if it rains, what happens if a participant is running late, what happens if an elderly pope simply gets tired halfway through. His office also runs the papal sacristy directly, and this part surprises people. Reveille is also responsible for the Sistine Chapel choir, the actual musical body, not just the room it sings in. 2 jobs that sound decorative and are, in practice, 2 of the more complicated logistics operations inside a country that also happens to run its own post office. None of that is visible to you at home. That's the point. The ceremony looks calm because somebody spent months making sure it would. So who builds a career around being invisible on purpose?